Okay, so I got the titanium button in the forge right now. I started drifting it with a punch, right? This is a punch. It's not a hammer. It's a punch. Looks like a hammer. You can use it like a hammer, but it's a punch. But we're gonna start the hole with this tool. Then, after I get it punched all the way through with that, we're gonna move over to a bullpen. That way I get a nice round hole in the center. We're gonna drift it. Depending on how big it gets, I may have to switch over to a bigger bullpen and drift it more. But let's get hot. Now, not work titanium cold. I've already done 2 heats on it. Can't work titanium cold. It's got to be hot. I've already done 2. This will be the 3rd heat on it of punching. So I'm just about through on this side. Can't really tell the depth of it, but I'm gonna flip it over and work on this side. That way it makes a nice clean hole all the way through. I don't want to just work it from this side, then have a big old jagged edge coming through the other side. But yeah, we're gonna get back in the fire and I'll keep y'all updated. Almost through. Come on now. Get out of there. Alright. Now, our plug, what it's called, that plug is almost punched out. So I got one more heat. I can start to see daylight. I could shear it, but I don't want to try and introduce a crack or a real sharp corner in there. So I'm gonna flip it back over. I'm gonna drive that plug out through the other side. Then we're gonna take our drift and we're gonna start stretching that hole out. Stretching holes. Come out. Come on now. Get out of there. Yeah. Now. That plug's just gonna be trifling. Come here now. So. Plug is, it's detached, but it's hanging on by a thread. We'll get it back in, knock it off. Then we're gonna take that drift, start stretching that hole out. See if I can just break that plug off. Yep, there it is. I got me a little titanium plug. Now, drift. Alright, we got our hole started. We're about to stretch it like a cheap whore. So, we got our donut. Got our donut up there. Get the hole bigger. Then, we'll cut it. So, as I'm working over the hardy hole, it's going to naturally pick up a square spot. as I'm working over the eye, or over that hardy hole, to punch an eye in this, it's going to pick up what looks like a little square spot on it. Now I'm going to have to take a couple heats and hammer that back flat. That way I don't get any real big cracks or inclusions or anything like that. That way I can keep it as flat as I can, so when I stretch it back out to a bar, it'll be somewhat even. Alright, so we took the heat, flattened everything out. Now to keep it even, I'm going to drift from both sides. So just drift it from this side, flip it over, get it back in the forge, drift it from this side. And then from there, I'll probably do 2 or 3 more rounds of stretching, then we'll cut it and unravel it. A little bit further. Hole's getting bigger. Hole's getting bigger, but I see you. I'm gonna do 2 more rounds of stretching, then we'll cut it. But after these 2 rounds of stretching, I'm gonna kill this video and start another one. It's getting hot, y'all. Alright. That's pretty close to the dimensions I want for the bar. So flip it, back in the fire, 1 last drift, and I'm gonna kill this video and then start another one. Come here, you. Oh, 1 last drift. Alright. Now we got big old hole. Get off there. Hey. Now. Now we've got us a big old hole. Alright. That's what we want. So now, man, as the tip of the knife is going to taper down to a point, I want the ends of that bar to be a little narrower toward the top and the bottom. So I'm probably going to cut it right here on this side. That way I can have the most amount of meat on the belly of the blade and the handle of the blade, and then move the material where I want from there. But I'm going to get this back in the fire, and I'm about to make the next video.